old lady out. Shit. Grandma! Say hey to the camera. Hey! Twerk, 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 twerk.
What caused a grandmother to shoot and kill her adult granddaughter happened over the weekend.
And Fox 10's Lauren Clark has been following the very latest, and she joins us live with more on what she's learning. Good afternoon, Lauren.
Good afternoon. Certainly a very upsetting story. We have learned more details this morning, including how it all began. According to police paperwork, this all started with a fight. Police say that 31-year-old Larkeya Elliott was fighting with her mom inside her house when her grandmother then became involved. And we actually have a mugshot of the grandmother right here as well. Police say 71-year-old Debra Greene-Davis heard her daughter and granddaughter fighting in her living room and then began dialing 911 for help. But according to documents, Davis's granddaughter Elliott then tried to take the phone away from her and reportedly punched her as a result before tussling more with her mom. Now that's when officers say Davis brought out a handgun and shot her granddaughter in the back. And when first responders arrived to this home, this is off of 254th Avenue in Carson, they tried to help Elliott, but she died before being transported to the hospital. Once in police custody, officers say Davis admitted to shooting her granddaughter and said she did not believe her granddaughter was going to kill her mom during the fight. Police also say Davis went through a full medical evaluation and did not have any serious injuries.
In her brief 31 years, Larkeya Elliott was on the cusp of transforming her life, poised to break through as the next big influencer. With a growing subscriber base and a knack for creating funny, engaging TikTok videos.
Hey! Calm your stupid ass down. What's wrong with you? Right. I know. Right. Yeah. It's the calmness for me. Yeah.
It seemed like only a matter of time before she could leave her 9-to-5 job as a detention officer at Maricopa County in Arizona and fully embrace her dream. Her bubbly, bright personality was meant to shine, but tragically, her light was extinguished in the most horrifying way imaginable. After generously allowing her mother and grandmother to live in the apartment under her name, the very people she opened her home to became the architects of her demise. Following a physical altercation with her mother, Elliott's grandmother shot her in the back, ending her life. Why? Because Larkeya didn't want her to call the police, a call that could have jeopardized her job as a detention officer. The cruel irony is that her attempt to avoid trouble at work cost her far more than a career. It cost her her life. What remains baffling in this nightmare is the role of the grandmother. If Larkeya was truly so dangerous, why live with her in the first place? And if the situation escalated, why was the solution to shoot and kill her? These questions hang like a dark cloud over this tragedy, casting doubt and shame on the decisions made by those who were supposed to protect and support Elliott. Instead of helping her realize her dreams, they ensured she would never get the chance to see them come true. Welcome to the American Crime Femicide channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button for future uploads.
My name, my age, the celebrity I don't look that much like, but someone told me I did once, so I kind of latched onto it. My height, my sign, the little things I do to reduce my carbon footprint, the indie artist I liked before they were cool, the subject I enjoyed too much in school, the TV shows that I like.
Larkeya was a vibrant, ambitious young woman on the brink of greatness. Born in Detroit and raised in Arizona, she worked tirelessly to build a life she could be proud of. She held jobs as a caregiver, mental health counselor, preschool teacher, and later a correctional officer and security specialist for Maricopa County. She even pursued creative side hustles, selling jewelry on Etsy and doing hair and nails. But her true passion lay in creating content for TikTok, where her humor and creativity attracted over 20,000 subscribers and views that range from hundreds to thousands.
sick of being a motherfucker ride or die. Cause a bitch done rolled and died. A bitch done had about 12 candlelight. I'm tired. I'm through. But spare me, please, bitch.
Somebody just came up to me and asked me what I do for a living. I said, mind my goddamn business. They hiring too. You want me to get you an application?
Elliott was on the verge of leaving her 9-to-5 to become a full-time influencer, a career where her bright personality could shine. Her personal life, however, was riddled with complexities. In recent years, Larkeya had transitioned into a more holistic lifestyle, embracing her natural beauty, beginning her lock journey, and deepening her knowledge of Black history and health. But as she found herself, tensions grew at home. Despite publicly expressing love for her mother, Tanisha, and grandmother, Debra, their relationship was anything but harmonious. Social media painted a picture of affection and unity, with heartfelt Mother's Day posts and photos celebrating their bond. In May 2019, Larkeya posted, "I couldn't choose one picture, so I picked a whole album. Man, words can't explain how much I love this crazy woman. Sometimes our relationship is like a scale. Sometimes we're up or down, but no matter the circumstances, you're still my mama who gave heir to the throne." I can go on, but this isn't a book, so I just want to wish my lovely mother a happy Mother's Day. Without you, I wouldn't be strong. Thank you, Tanisha Davis. Oh, and one more thing, these ladies are the link to my heart as well. My Auntie Red Mobley and Grandmom Davis, Debra Greene. I want to wish these strong, beautiful women a happy Mother's Day as well, because they do their job better than a 9-to-5. They go above and beyond. Despite these heartfelt public displays, behind closed doors, the family dynamic was far from idyllic. Arguments, fights, and deep-seated divides simmered under the surface. Debra, a 71-year-old matriarch, had an unshakable bond with Tanisha, her daughter. To many, their relationship seemed indestructible, often overshadowing the rest of the family, including Larkeya. Debra's old-school, authoritarian mindset often clashed with Larkeya's independent spirit. But no one could have predicted that the tension would culminate in a deadly tragedy. On December 15th, a family argument escalated into horror. Debra, sitting in her bedroom, heard her daughter and granddaughter fighting in the living room. When she called the police, Larkeya entered the room and tried to stop her, punching Debra in the head and shoulder. Tanisha pulled Elliott away by the hair, and the two continued fighting at the foot of the bed. That's when Debra made the unthinkable choice. She pulled out a 9mm handgun and shot her granddaughter in the back. Police arrived shortly after 4 p.m., finding Larkeya unresponsive with a gunshot wound. Emergency medical technicians tried to save her, but her injuries were too severe. During a police interview, Debra admitted to knowingly and intentionally shooting her granddaughter. This wasn't a split-second act of self-defense. It was a deliberate choice that ended Elliott's life.
Debra Greene-Davis made her first appearance in court today. The 72-year-old grandmother is accused of shooting and killing her own granddaughter, 31-year-old Larkeya Elliott.
This situation is incredibly emotional for the family involved. It's incredibly emotional for the community, the neighbors here tonight, and it's very emotional for the first responders who did everything they could to try to save this young woman's life tonight.
Newly released court documents reveal that Greene-Davis called 911 when her daughter and granddaughter were fighting. That's when detectives say Elliott, the granddaughter, came into the room and tried taking the phone away by punching Greene-Davis. Elliott and her mom started physically fighting again, and Greene-Davis reportedly pulled out a gun and shot her granddaughter in the back. She died at the scene.
Davis was arraigned the following day.
Good morning, ma'am. May I have your name and date of birth?
My name is Debra Greene-Davis.
Is your date of birth June 9th, 1953?
Correct.
All right. We are here today on Superior Court, new case. You were arrested on allegations of murder in the second degree, which is a Class 1 felony. I will find probable cause and I will appoint you an attorney. I'm setting a status conference on December 23rd at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing on December 26th at 8:30, both in the downtown Superior Court. I am going to issue a cash bond today in the amount of $500,000. That does mean you can use a bonding company. Bonding companies are going to set their own terms on cash bonds, but you'll have access to the bonding companies when you get back to custody. If you do post that bond, I'm also ordering that pretrial services supervise you in the community and that they install an ankle monitor on you prior to your release. If you do post that bond, I'm also ordering that you not return to the scene of any alleged crime, no contact with any alleged victim, complainant, or witness, no contact with the arresting officers, no weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, and no driving without a valid driver's license. This will all be in your paperwork. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Not a problem. Grab that paperwork from the officer, and then they'll take you back out to process.
Okay.
I'll take you back out. Okay.
Okay.
Watch your legs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In the aftermath, some people have tried to shift blame onto Larkeya, painting her as the problem in an attempt to justify her murder. But the real question remains, if Elliott was so dangerous, why did Debra and Tanisha continue to live with her? And why did Debra feel the need to escalate the situation to deadly violence? The answers, whatever they may be, do nothing to change the fact that a young, vibrant woman's life was cut short. Larkeya deserved better support, better understanding, and most of all, a chance to live the life she was building. As her family grapples with the loss and Debra faces second-degree murder charges, we are left with a tragic reminder of the consequences of unresolved family conflict. May Larkeya Elliott rest in peace, and may her story serve as a cautionary tale for the cost of unchecked tension and violence.